So, look, this is a very interesting and a positive development for the asset management landscape within the region. This was announced late last year with an implementation timeline of this year, which is now stretching into the next year. We expect all the member states of the GCC Council to come up with their set of implementing regulations by early next year. So far, Saudi Arabia and Bahrain have been the key markets that have already published their version of it, and the others, such as the UAE and Qatar, are actively working on them. To just give some background as well, this seems to be largely inspired from the usage regime that we see in Europe, and what it allows asset managers to do is, if they have set up their base or fund management shop in one of the member countries of the GCC, they can now distribute their funds across all the 6 GCC member states. Right? So it will, in the long term, significantly reduce the administrative overhead. It will significantly reduce the cost of producing these fund structure vehicles across the region, and also allow asset managers to tap the market at scale, which has historically been a challenge in this region. Having said that, we will also actively monitor how these regulations are framed up. With these kind of projects, in our experience, the devil is always in the detail. So having looked at the initial ones that have come up, only the mainland or the onshore setup fund vehicles seem to be in scope. So for example, if an asset manager has set up a fund in the DIFC or the ADGM, while they can benefit from the UAE level passporting regime, they cannot benefit from the GCC passporting framework. Okay. So that is a key distinction. And looking at how the international asset managers are set up in the region, most of them have chosen one of the 2 free zones in the UAE to set up their shop, right? And then this is quite relevant for them as an initiative versus the local ones who may already have some multi-country presence within the GCC. That is one aspect of it. I'm sure in the coming years, the market authorities will take cognizance of this and try to streamline this so that it is easier for asset managers to scale within the region. The other aspect is also, at some point, this needs to be expanded into other surrounding frameworks or guidelines that will be required to truly achieve the benefit of this initiative. Things like harmonization of AML KYC standards, things like harmonization of the regulatory definition when it comes to who is treated as a retail investor, who is treated as a professional investor, the suitability, investor suitability requirements, and also the regulatory related reporting and obligations that come along with it, right? Because if these are not in sync with one another or not standardized across the region, this can easily add up to the administrative cost, which this initiative is looking to eliminate in the first place. The last point on this would be a key criteria for now for the asset managers will still be to appoint a licensed distributor if they choose to market their funds in, under this regime in the 6 GCC countries. This may have some limitation to begin with, but long term, if again a standardization of a pan distribution license across the GCC can be achieved, that will further unlock the potential of this initiative.